Whether you are a beginner who is interested in making rotis, or if your rotis are not turning out soft, or if you find making them intimidating and wondering how you can make your favorite rotis on an electric stove, then this video will help you overcome all those fears. With minimum cuts and editing, I have tried my best to describe everything in detail, step by step, with all the tips and tricks possible, so that you can soon start making puffed up rotis that stay soft even after 2 days. Hey everyone, this is Boombi. Namaskar and welcome to Curries with Boombi. And let's learn how to make rotis today. Roti, also known as chapati or Phulka, is a whole wheat flour Indian flatbread. It is a staple in most Indian homes and enjoyed with curries and lentils. Roti is made using stone ground fine whole wheat flour, traditionally known as atta. Atta is finer and smoother in texture compared to the regular whole wheat flour that you get at your grocery stores here in the western part of the world. I always make my rotis using this atta. I want to be clear that by no means this is a sponsored video. It is just to let you know what atta I usually use, in case you are wondering about that. Sometimes atta is also sold as chapati flour. You can get it online or from any Indian grocery store. In a large bowl, take 1.5 cups of atta. Add 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of oil. You can leave out the oil, but I feel the roti stays soft for a long time if oil is added. Rub the flour and oil till you get a breadcrumb-like texture. Next, you need a little less than a cup of boiling hot water. It will be easier to handle the dough if you use boiling hot water, and it also plays a key role in making the chapatis soft. Mix everything with a spoon and leave it for 10 minutes. Once it is comfortable enough to handle, start kneading the dough. Keep a bowl of warm water by the side. Dip your knuckle in the water. Spread out the dough, pressing your knuckle. Gather it together. Dip your knuckle again in water and spread it out again. Keep doing this till you get a soft and very smooth dough. The dough should not be sticky. If it's too sticky, it will be very hard to roll them out. On the other hand, if the dough is stiff, then you will end up getting tortilla chips and not rotis. So it should be fairly soft and non-sticky dough. If you think your dough is too sticky, then sprinkle some more flour. On the other hand, if you think your dough is too stiff, then sprinkle some more water. You may need more or less water than what I have stated in the list of ingredients. The amount of water required all depends on the quality of the flour you are using, so please do not stick to the exact proportions stated by me. As you can see, nothing is sticking to my hand. And if I am pressing the dough with my finger, the indentation stays. If it came right back up, then your dough is not soft enough. So you have to work on it a little more. I just wet my fingers a little with water, dab all around, and cover it with a bowl or a wet cloth for 20 minutes. Guys, if you want soft chapatis, then you've got to allow it to rest so that the dough becomes more manageable to roll out. After 20 minutes, knead one more time, and then we will form them into balls. If you are a beginner, then I would advise you to make smaller balls to start with, as they will be easier to handle. Take each portion, rotate between your palms, and work each one into a smooth round ball without any large cracks. Finally, press gently and make it bit flat. Here, like this. Once you are done forming all the balls, cover them so that they do not dry out while you roll them out. For rolling, we usually use this. The round one is known as chakla in Hindi or chaki in Bengali, And the rolling pin is known as belan. You do not have to buy this. A rolling pin is all that you need, and you can use your kitchen countertop or a wooden cutting board for rolling out your chapatis. The only thing the chakla does is that it gives you some idea regarding the shape of the rotis while you are rolling them out. I like to place a damp cloth under my chakla so that it doesn't move around. Take a ball, dust it with flour, dust your work surface with flour. Gently press it out with your finger to flatten it, and then start rolling. Now usually it is not rolled in this way, but after years and years of practice, I feel this way is the easiest way for the beginners. I will be showing you the usual method too, but that needs a lot of practice. Just roll out gently the top and bottom, and turn a little and roll again. Do not put a lot of pressure while rolling as if your life depended on it. If you do that, then your rotis will be very hard. Just roll them out gently along the sides so that the center does not become too thin. It should be even all around, or else it won't puff up well. Roll out along the top, then bottom, slight turn, and even it out all around, forming a circle. Do not roll out too thin, as in that way they may turn hard. At the same time, they shouldn't be too thick as well. If you find it sticking to your work surface, then sprinkle some more flour, but do not add too much flour, as that can also make your rotis hard. We are looking for this kind of thickness. Then by flipping the roti between your palms, remove any extra dry flour so that your rotis do not turn hard while cooking. Now let me show you the traditional way of rolling it in a circular fashion. Guys, this needs years and years of practice. I just couldn't do this in the beginning, and I didn't feel like making rotis as I just couldn't do this rhythmic circular motion. But I am telling you, it is not needed. As long as you are rolling them out all even, you do not have to worry how you are rolling it out. And please do not be disappointed if you cannot roll them out into proper circles. Nobody will judge you with a compass and a ruler, and this is not a geometry class. Just be patient, and with practice you will be able to successfully roll them out into circles. In this method, you have to move the rolling pin in small circular motions, giving gentle pressure along one side only. Finally, coming to cooking the chapatis, you need a heavy bottomed pan or skillet. You can use a cast iron skillet or pan. I will be using what is traditionally known as a tawa. If you do not have a cast iron pan, then use any heavy bottomed pan or skillet. When you are rolling out the rotis, allow the pan to get heated up on medium-high heat. My tawa is on the larger burner of my stove, and I keep the heat level between 3 and 4. If your pan is not hot enough, then your rotis will turn hard. If it is too hot, then the rotis will burn before they puff up. So adjusting the heat is a matter of practice and may take some time to get an idea. I usually sprinkle some water as a test, and if the beads disappear quickly, that means the pan is ready. Place the roti carefully on the hot tawa, and I repeat, your tawa must be hot enough to receive the roti. As soon as you see the color on the surface changing, and you see little bubbles like this forming, immediately flip it. Like here, I am seeing it has browned more than what I wanted. So I brought down the heat from 4 to 3. Wait for 2 seconds and turn again. Now when you see it puffing up, just give a gentle touch with your spatula all around, just as if giving it a little helping hand to puff up. Keep them in a bowl or pot lined with a clean cloth so that they do not turn soggy. People usually smear ghee or butter on their rotis, but I like to apply a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Applying butter or ghee is not necessary, but it does keep the rotis soft for a long time, so I recommend it. Sometimes it may take a few flips to puff up. Not all rotis will puff up, so if you see a roti has browned up satisfactorily but is just not puffing up, then do not keep on cooking it, as it will turn hard. I will again tell you not to get disappointed. Whatever you are visualizing on the screen is the result of 20 years of practice and countless number of days of failures. One thing that I can say is the more you make it, the better you will get. I promise. You can keep the leftovers in your fridge for 2 days. I have given all the details on how to heat them up in the description box. Now if you want to puff them up directly on the stove, and that too an electric stove, then I have a detailed video on that as well. I have given the link to that video in the description box, or it is running on the card above. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions, and see you in the next video. Eat healthy and stay healthy. Bye bye.